A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We warmly welcome you to the platform of Gear Up. This is our third form organized under Gear Up online series. So, here we are with the motivational topic to be discussed today. We all fail at certain things in our lives, and we stop a lot of things halfway through those failures. But some people in this world think that some failure in their life is another lesson they have learned and move towards their goals. So, do we stop things by saying we can't? Keep that question in your mind until the session ends and let's decide it later this session. The topic we are talking today is nothing is impossible. There is a quote: coming together is beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. So, let's become success together. You must be wondering who we are if you are new with us. I am Teshani from the official students body of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. To know more, let's watch this small clip about us and we'll rejoin soon. I think got an idea about us. As the Chartered Accountant Student Society, we thought of building up a team and make you gear up for your future. Before the session, please note that you can send all the questions through the chat boxes in whichever platform you use, and we will be having a separate time to clear your doubts after the session. In the journey of gearing you up, indeed, we are not alone. For the day, we are with a wonderful resource person who is also a familiar lecturer to many of students in University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. Without any further delay, let me introduce you to our speaker. He is a chartered accountant, senior lecturer in the Department of Accounting of Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce in University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, while holding a Bachelor of Science Accounting special degree from the same university. Also, a Master of Business Administration from Postgraduate Institute of Management. Please welcome Mr. Chathuranga Sandaruwan. Good evening, sir. After that wonderful introduction, I feel that I should not take your time any further, but to move on to the discussion of the day with Mr. Chaturanga. So, hereby I hand over the control to our guest speaker for the day, Mr. Chaturanga Sandaruwan, to make us aware on the topic Nothing is Impossible. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Hope I am audible to you. Am I audible to you? Let me know whether I am audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right,
sir.
okay. Good evening once again, everyone. And thank you very much for the warmest welcome and lengthy introduction about me. Today's topic is nothing is impossible. Now, how do we set our mindset in this difficult time? Nothing is impossible. Now, this is a common topic in positive thinking literature, isn't it? There are many examples in the global context as well as local context in relation to the nothing is impossible. But I am not going to tell you about global stories or examples, because if you just Google it, you will find many examples or stories on the topic. But for example, the Zoom itself, the online platform that we are using currently, is kind of a visionary, futuristic decision. Now, this Zoom was developed in 2011 and launched in 2012 with the capacity of 15 participants. Now, see the journey it has come today. So it is a very good example where the people have taken the decisions beforehand and have the futuristic vision. Another example. Now we are talking about our planet, but few months ago, NASA and some countries like China landed helicopter and flights on Mars, Angaharu Grahayage, right? Now they are doing experiments, scientists doing experiments. Now they predict by 2050, there will be settlements or colonizations on Mars. Sometimes you will be working on Mars someday. Thereby your visiting card will include at last the Mars. So the world is going to that end, that direction. Another example, now we are suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic from November 2019 to present. But anyway, anyhow, scientists have successful in finding a vaccine. So there are problems, but if we get together and if we work well, we can find solutions. But my interpretation is uh, all these problems that we are facing are created by ourselves. All these problems that we are facing currently are created by ourselves. Therefore, you have to find solutions yourself. Now, keep in mind, if you are having issues or problems, those issues and problems were not created by the environment, were not created by outsiders, were not created by even your parents and brothers and sisters. All these issues or problems have been taken as problems by ourselves. So if you are having okay, I lost the connection, I think. Am I audible to now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, we will have disturbances, but anyway, we will continue the session. Uh, if the connection is disrupted, please let me know. Right, great. So, what I was telling you, I'm going to talk about a local or Sri Lankan story that is all about a small girl. I uh, request you to uh, request you to be with me till the end of this session. Okay, you will get some insights from the session. Therefore, I kindly request you to be until the end of the session. Right. So it is all about a small girl, Sri Lankan girl. Now this girl lived in a rural area which is far away from Colombo with her parents. Her parents did not have much of the wealth, but her father's brothers and sisters were well educated and wealthy, except few. Now, father's brothers and sisters had lived in this girl's house when they were in their childhood, right? So what happens now? This girl lives in this house where the father's brothers and sisters had lived in their childhood. So father's brothers and sisters used to come to this house to see the elder brother once a year. Now, as I told you earlier, father's brothers and sisters were well educated and wealthy. Now they come to this house once a year with their vehicles and with their family members. This little girl was looking at or was observing the father's brothers and sisters. Now they seem to be very successful. They are well educated and they are wealthy. Now this little girl wanted to be one of the brothers. Now she was dreaming to become that brother. So she set a dream in her mind, someday I will be become like this person. Therefore, my dear students, it is called as a role model that is very important to be successful. This little girl wanted to be that role model in some day. Now, what happens? The grade 5 scholarship examination comes. This girl did not work well and she did not want to get through the examination, and even her parents did not want to get through the examination. Grade 5, it is a simple examination. This girl did not work well, but in her mind, in a side of her mind, that dream was there. Someday I want to become this person. So she worked as usual and anyway sat for the grade 5 scholarship examination. What is the result? What do you think? Pass or fail? Pass or fail? What do you think? Can you have a guess? Surprisingly, she got through the examination. But she did not happy much because she wanted to be that role model someday. So she is not satisfied with the examination result. And even her parents did not happy much because they did not have an expectation. Days pass, weeks pass, months pass, years pass. Then O level came, ordinary level. There also, neither this little girl nor her parents wanted to get through the examination. She did not work well. She did not work hard. But in a side in her mind, there was a dream. She wanted to be that role model. So she worked as usual and sat for the examination. Result came. What is the result? Can you guess? Pass, fail, or mixed? Can you guess? Yes, she got through the examination with few A's, and few B's, and one failed subject. One failed subject. That was Tamil. In fact, that was a mistake done by herself when applying the course. She had applied the wrong course. Because of that, she failed that subject. But her result was sufficient to go to the advanced level. So she went to another school to follow the advanced level. In that class, there were 29 9As. 29 9As for the O levels. She had very few number of A's. So she looked around, and in her class, there were 29 9As. And there was another class adjacent to their class. In that class also, the same number of 9As were there. And there were schools, other schools in the district, which have considerable number of 9As in their classes. In fact, I couldn't tell you, this little girl decided to do commerce. So she did not worry. She did not work well, but she worked fairly. She did not work hard, but she did her work fairly. Meantime, the advanced level is little bit workload is high, and everyone is talking about the advanced level. Therefore, she had that pressure. To release the pressure, she did music. But she did music not because she loved music. She did music because to relax her mindset. So as a method to relaxation, she did the music. And days pass, weeks pass, months pass, years pass. The examination day came, advanced level. She sat for the examination. And after few months later, the result came. What is the result? Can you guess? Pass, fail. She had got through the examination with 3 A's, 3 A's. In fact, she was the district first. She did not have any intention to pass the examination, but she had that dream in her mind. Someday, I want to become this role model. And also, she did not tell about that role model to anyone else. Even to her mother and father, she did not tell. That was working in her mind. Now, she was the district first and got a very high number of ranking in the island. But she did not happy much. And also, she did not worry, because some people worry because their expectation is too high. I know there are people who are doing second shy at the advanced level because they were not able to get the district first and island first. But they have got a very high rank, but still they are doing the second shy because their expectation is very high. That is not a successful story. But this little girl did not have a very high level of expectation. So you can see, like, this is a neutral one where she did not happy much about the result and also did not worry. So after the school, it took 2.5 years to enter into a university. Until then, she worked as a trainee in a government bank. In that period, she earned some money, it is a allowance, and collected some money. Meantime, her colleagues, friends, started doing chartered. And the district that this girl was located did not have chartered classes. If she wants to go to a chartered class, she has to travel like 120 kilometers from her house. So she did not want to be a chartered accountant. She worked in the bank until the end of the period of 2.5 years. But her friends and colleagues were doing charters. Then days pass, weeks pass, months pass, years pass. The university entrance date came. She went to the university. It was a very terrible time in the first year because of ragging and other new things, new systems, new people. Everything was new to her. So she had the homesick, as you and me are having. Now actually we don't have homesick because we are in the home now. Therefore we have a sick of going outside, isn't it? Right? Because now we love or we like to go out, right? But this girl had the homesick when she was in the first year. When she gets any chance, she used to go home, but keep in mind her home was very far away from Colombo. So she doesn't come for a couple of days when she goes to the home. And in that terrible period, her result in the university was not good because she had not studied chartered as well as the system, the procedures, people, the environment and place where she stayed all are different. So she was not able to adapt to the changes. And also she had the homesick. Now time passed, days pass, weeks pass, months pass, first year end, university exam were conducted, and after a few months later, result came. This girl had passed or got through the examination, university examination, but little bit a weak result because she did not work well. She had the homesick, and she did not have the backing from the chartered examinations as well. She got a kind of a weak result, but she did not worry. She did not worry because in the side of her mind there was that dream, someday I want to be a role model. I don't know the role model, but she had a role model because she did not share about that role model. And then with the bad result she did not worry, and she went to the second year. Second year was same as the first year, same as the first year. And in the second year, one day, one of his friends, a boy, came to her and told in Sinhalese, Apinang inta koda demma. Apinang inta koda demma. What do you mean by that? Now in that period, there were 4 stages in chartered accountancy like now. Those stages were foundation, intermediate, final level 1, final level 2. Now, intermediate is the second level. It is equivalent to the business level 2 in the current syllabus. So that boy said to this girl, Apinang inta goda damma. And also said, Api adana party dana. Because we are so happy. We got through the second level. But she did not worry. She had not followed any professional course, including chartered accountancy, but she did not worry. She went her journey. Now, after some time, like couple of weeks after the incident, she thought to do something new because everyone is doing chartered. Why should I do chartered? Because I should do something new. Then she started doing Tamil classes, not doing learning Tamil. She thought learning Tamil will be a added advantage because everyone is doing chartered. If I do Tamil, when I go to a job, they will place me at a higher level because I am exceptional there or I am unique. So she started going Tamil classes. She went for a couple of classes, and she, after a couple of classes, she thought that this is not the workable strategy. This is not the workable strategy. Now, my dear students, hold the story for a while. Strategy, upaya marg. Now, my dear students, there are two types of strategies. Hold the story for a while. I will come back to the story. There are two types of strategies. I'm not talking about strategies, I mean corporate strategies and all. In positive thinking, in career development, there are two types of strategies. One is planned strategy. Planned. You have a formal plan, action plan. By next 6 months, I will be passing the chartered accountancy second level. After 6 months, I will be doing the next level and degree and marriage. Likewise, a formal plan that is called as planned strategy. Some of you in the audience may have the planned strategy. Some people planned their strategy when they were in the Montessori, right? But later on they will be changed, right? So that is called as planned strategy. From the right from the beginning, they set the strategy, formal plan. So it goes like that. Now, the other one is emergent strategy. Emergent. The strategies will be changed according to the situation. Emergent. In Sinhalese, there is a statement, වැල යන අතට මැස්ස ගහනවා. වැල යන අතර තමයි මැස්ස ගහන්නේ. Emergent strategy. Okay. No formal plan at the start, but the strategies will be dependent as you go. Okay, coming back to this story, and also think about your strategy, whether you have a strategy or not. If you have a strategy, definitely you have a strategy. Okay, and look at what is your strategy. Is that the plan strategy or emergent strategy? Most of you might have started with the planned strategy, but later on maybe shift to the emergent strategy. Now, coming back to this story, what is the strategy of this little girl? What is the strategy of this little girl? On one hand, it is planned because from the childhood, she had that dream to become that role model. But we can argue that it is not the planned strategy. The reason being, she did not have a formal plan. By this date, she will be getting through the university exams, chartered exams, and so on. She did not have a formal plan. Therefore, we can come from the planned strategy. It is out of the planned strategy. And some can argue that this girl has an emergent strategy because she did not happy at the good performance. She did not worry at the worst performance. So she changed her strategies according to the situation. Therefore, one can argue that she is having an emergent strategy. But how I put her somewhere in the middle. Therefore, I analyze this little girl as a person who is having a hybrid strategy. Hybrid. We are talking about hybrids. Demohum. Some sort of planned strategy and some flavor of emergent strategy. Hybrid one. One example is, now coming back to the story, I think that you can remember the point where we stopped. Now she attended few classes of Tamil, and one night she decided, no, this is not the workable strategy to achieve my dream. This is not the workable strategy to achieve my dream. Then I should start chartered. I should start chartered and quit the Tamil classes and start classes. Okay, she had that determination. Now she changed her strategy. That is why I analyzed her as a person who is having emergent strategy. on somehow. Now she decided, but very difficult situation. She did not have money. That's true that she earned some money when she was working at the bank, but she spent all the money during first 2 years for studies and day-to-day activities. So when she was uh, at the second year, in the second year, it was towards the end of the second year, she decided to quit the Tamil classes and start the chartered accountancy. But she did not have money. And she did not request money from the parents because she knew that parents are facing difficulties in terms of financials. And actually, if this girl requested money, their parents would have found money anyhow and give to this little lady, little girl, to study chartered accountancy. She knew that. Therefore, she did not request money from the parents, and also she did not request money from anyone else. And she had only one asset, that is a necklace, gold necklace, which has been broken into pieces, and that is the only jewelry. Now she's a girl, that is the only jewelry that her parents had purchased for her. Now that is the main or the sole option, because she did not want to bother her parents. Therefore, she went to a bank and pawned the broken chain and obtained some money. It is not a huge money because the chain was broken or the necklace was broken. Therefore, she got a little money, but it was sufficient to register at the chartered accountancy. Without any hesitation, she registered herself at the chartered accountancy. Then she did not have money to attend classes because attending classes need some money. So she did not attend classes. And also after some time, she wanted the examination fees, and you have to purchase the study packs and all. So she did not have money, no any other source. So she started tutoring one O-level boy in, as I remember, Delkanda area, and earned rupees 400 per month. Rupees 400 per month. Maasetama 400. And she collected that money. And by the time that she needs to purchase the study packs and pay the examination fees, anyhow, with the previous savings as well, she was able to pay the examination fees and study packs. She paid. And examination date came. She sat for the Chartered Accountancy Foundation level. And after a few months, result came. What is the result? Pass, fail, mixed. What is your guess? Pass, fail, or mix? Yes. She got through all the subjects. She passed. And she did not happy much, because in her mind, that dream was there. She did not happy about the performance. And she started the second level, that is intermediate level. Now, by the time she started the intermediate examination, she was in the third year in the university. Now, she did not work well. She did not have a commitment, I would say. Therefore, time passed. Days pass, weeks pass, months pass. Then examination day was closer. There was a nice story. There were 2 days left. 2 days left to the examination. 2 days left to the examination. Right? And until then, she she had not touched even a book. I mean, she had not studied any single sentence. Now she has only 2 days left. On that night, she decided, anyway, anyhow, I will be doing the intermediate examination. And started working from that point. Did not sleep in these couple of days. And actually, she had that university backing because she learned in the university. Though the result was not that good, she had that university backing and studied in last couple of days and faced the examination. This time, what will happen? Examination held. After few months, result came. What will happen? What is your guess? Pass, fail, or mix? Okay, Kasun, fail. But Kasun Induranga is completely wrong. He got through the examination, surprisingly. But don't do like that because
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
yeah, that is her pattern, her unique way. That may be unique to her, may not be common to you all. But it worked for her, therefore she got through the examination. Therefore, Kasun Induranga is completely wrong. Right. She did not happy much based on her excellent performance, but she had that dream in her mind. Now, in that time during the university, that was the third year, she met a boy. And while she was studying with that boy made a proposal. Shock, made a proposal. What proposal? You know that, a proposal. So anyway, that boy became the fiancé of that girl. Now the life is very relaxed because she is not now alone because she has the fiancé in the university. So she's feeling very well. නේද ජීවිතේ මල් මේ අම්මත් ඉන්නකම් fiancé fiancée ඉන්නකම් නේද එහෙමනේ. Yes, so she was very relaxed and with the support of his fiancé she started the final level 1 in the chartered accountancy, and she did not work well. But in a side of her mind, the dream was there. That is, someday I want to be that person, role model. Days pass and weeks pass, months pass. Examination date came. She faced the examination. After a few months' time, result came. What is the result? Pass, fail, or mixed? Passed, failed, or mixed? This time, kind of a mixed result she has. Dilshan, this time you are wrong. Right? This time you are wrong. This is kind of a mixed result. Now, in that period, there were 5 subjects for a level, and student needs to get through all 5 subjects. If one subject is failed, then he or she has to take the entire level. Right? You are so lucky because you born little after, no? Right? Now actually you can do subject by subject. In that period, if one subject is failed, they have to, yes, they shall, maybe, let's see. Right? If one subject is failed, the student has to take up the entire level. Right? So that was very hard. But her result was, in fact, not fail. There was a scheme like the subject is not fail, but if a subject is subject mark is little bit lower, there is a label called referred. I mean, the level is passed, but that subject should be referred in the next level. That option was there. Subject was not failed, right? It is average. The level is passed. Subject should be taken at the next level, next time. Okay. So she got that result. One subject was referred, and the level was passed. Anyway, we can put it into the pass side. Therefore, Dilshan is correct, passed. But she did not happy, and she did not worry about the referred subject, right? And then she did the subject and get into the final level, final level 2. And meantime, she was on the correct track. From the third year and fourth year, her university result were very good, right? First year, very bad. Second year, little bit better. But third and fourth years, like 4As, 5As, very good, because she was on the track. And even in the final level 2, she was working well, fairly well towards the examination, did not wait until the last moment as she did in the intermediate level. She was on the track. She was fairly doing for the examination. And examination held, final level 2. And after a few months, result came. What is the result? Can you guess? Ranked? Okay, Pragit. Not actually. Fatima pass. Yes, Fatima is correct, because she did not want to have a very exceptional performance. In fact, right, as I know, she did not want to have a exceptional result. Therefore, she got through the examination at the first time. Uh, by the time she got through the chartered level 2, final level 2, she got the degree from the university as well. Now, in her life, only one subject has been failed, that is O-level Tamil, right? But see her strategies, she had her unique method, right? So it took some time to take the potential, and till then she did not happy at the best performance, as well as she did not worry at the worst performance. She was very conscious, calm. She was going through her journey. She did not look at others' way. Anyway, she got through the final level 2 as well as graduated from the university. Now, the case study examination came. Another interesting story happened. At the case study, that was the only examination that was open book at that time. Now, actually, you can have open book examinations before the case study, right? So it was a novel experience to her, because the case study examination at Chartered is open book. So she can take any notes or books to the case study examination. But she had that dream, someday I want to become my role model, and she was fairly doing well for the case study examination. And on the examination day, she went to the examination hall with two files. One file had like 30-20 pages, another file like 1-2 books, very small, two files. And by the time she entered into the examination hall, she scared by looking at others. Other people were bringing bags and bags full of books. And meantime, she saw that one girl, she was bringing one bag and kept that bag on the desk, examination desk, and went again to the outside and brought another bag. But again, she did not worry. And she faced the case study examination at her pace and passion and pattern. Ultimately, the examination was held. After a few months, result came. What is the result? Pass or fail? No mixed result. Pass or fail? Can you guess? Okay. Yes, pass. Passed. Okay. Now you can guess. Right. Okay. So this is her journey right from the beginning. You see, when she was a child, she cultivated a very good mindset that someday I want to become this person. That is very important. And she did not happy much on her best performance, as well as she did not worry on her worst performance. But she had a dream to achieve. And she anyway went for the dream. And there was a lucky incident. By the time she became a chartered accountant, her fiance also became a chartered accountant. So both are very happy. Right. Now let me tell you about this little girl. I am sorry, my dear students. She's not a girl. He's a boy. I purposely, intentionally made the story as a girl because otherwise you will guess. That is none other than myself. Right? So this is my journey. It was actually a very happy journey because I did not have very high level of expectations, and I don't worry about the worst performance. So I used to take my own pattern, own way. Now, actually, after that, I joined the University of Sri Jawadarapura as a staff member and working there for 11 years. Now I am a senior lecturer. And let me talk a little bit about my achievements because that will be important for you to plan your future. Now I have achieved everything. I have a house to live. I have a 2-story house to live. And I have a very lovely wife. That is that in that case, the story should be changed into fiancé. Okay, fiancé, not the fiance. Now that fiancé is my now lovely wife, and I have 2 kids, and I have a vehicle to travel, but not a Benz car, because I know my status, financial status, right? And I have a property, so I have a job to do, so I am very satisfied by now. Believe me, I don't have any liability to external parties. Of course, I have one small liability to a bank, but in that bank, I have the cash. Therefore, liability is there, small liability, but equivalent to the liability, I have the cash balance. Therefore, I don't take that as a liability. Therefore, believe me, I don't have liability. So I have planned my financials. I don't have a very high level of expectations. I don't compare myself with others. It took some time to take my potential out. Therefore, my dear students, let me tell you another story regarding a boy, but it will not take 5 minutes. Don't worry. Therefore, please be with me until the end of the session. Another story. Now I am sure that you will be thinking whom I'm going to talk about now. A boy, right? A boy. Okay, this boy did not have any dream like to become a role model or something like that, did not have a dream. Without having any dream, he worked in his studies as well as in the job. Someday he thought of quitting the job. I mean, resignation given to the employer, and also he stopped the studies, and he started going here and there without having any dream, any direction, any vision. While he was going here and there, he met one of his friends. That friend asked, why you are going here and there without having any ambition, any vision? You seem like you are frustrated. Then that person said, no, I do a lot of things, but it will not success. Therefore, I am frustrated about myself. I have sat for the examination several times, but got failed. So I am frustrated about myself. Then that friend said a story to that person. He said, if you take two plants, one is fern. Fern means panduru. When you go to Singharaja, you can see panduru thina, punchi panduru, ferns. A root of a fern as well as a root of a bamboo. Unagahaka mulak. And if you plant these two roots, and if you observe a couple of years, you will see the difference. Now fern, that pandura, right? When you plant the root, after few weeks, it will grow. Little leaf will come from the fern. But if you observe the bamboo root, nothing was emerged from the root. And months passed, the fern grew very well, but nothing was there from the bamboo root. And after first year, the fern was given very well, but not anything from the bamboo root. After third year, now the fern was at the declining stage in its life cycle, because fern does not have a very lengthy life cycle, and still you can't see anything in the bamboo root. After fourth year, now little leaf came from the bamboo root, and bamboo will be growing very rapidly. After that, it grew up to 100 feet within a month. 100 feet. Adi 100ක් දක්වා. Until then, what did the bamboo tree do? It was strengthening the roots in the soil. So it has a very good, very strong foundation. If there is a flood, if there is a wind, nothing happened to bamboo. But fern, it grew very rapidly, but it doesn't have a solid foundation, strong foundation. If we pull it out, it will be broken. Now the story is, now the bamboo tree to grow, it took 4 years time. But after that, it was very strong. Therefore, there are some people, to get the potential out, it will take some time. That may be applicable to you also. But don't give up. If you give up the bamboo tree, it will be going away. Therefore, don't give up. It will take some time to get the potential. Therefore, my dear students, you have enormous potential, but don't give up. Your pattern may be different to others. You are unique. Now, I am myself. I can't be someone else. You can't be someone else. You can't be me. You are you, right? Therefore, don't try to be someone else. And what is needed is have a very good dream and work for the dream, and don't share that with even with your fiance or fiancé. Work for the dream, right? But it will take some time, like bamboo tree. Doesn't matter, right? So what I wanted to tell you, please dream and also find your own potential. You have enormous potential. And in that case, you will have your own way. Don't take someone else's way. Plan yourself. And don't compare yourself with others. And also be patient. You will be having worst performance and best performance. And you have to be very conscious and patient. My dear students, there are two parties who will really wishing you heartiest wishing, heartiest wishes. One party is your parents. Never ever, never ever your parents will wish that you should not be successful. Definitely your parents will be wishing you to the success. The next type of people is teachers, lecturers. Okay, they are also wishing you with their hearts. There are two types of people who really wish you with the heart, even not the fiance or fiancé. Okay, not the best friend even. Therefore, your parents have very innocent expectation. Now, in my case, I am just a lecturer, but my father, my Apache, is calling me professor. I am not a professor, right? But I am a professor for my Apache. That is Apache's expectation. So if you learn well and if you do your level best without wasting the money, without wasting the time, and without wasting the effort, you will be satisfying your parents. Therefore, my dear students, try to be yourself. And meantime, now I told you in that story, I love to music, but I am not a musician, but I did music to relax my mindset. I have a very good mindset and I am satisfied by now, and hope I die today doesn't matter because I have satisfied everything. Okay, so you have to be up to date, right? So in that case, when pressurizing things happen, you can think about like doing music or drawings or some kind of extracurricular activities. But don't addict to these activities. So I don't addict to the music, but I did music to relax my mindset. Then you will be definitely successful. So I thought of singing a song. Now I am little bit nervous because that is something out of my core competencies. Okay, because I am not a musician, therefore uh, now I am little bit nerved. But I will sing for you, then you will realize that I did not lie. Okay, and with that I am going to finish, and later on, I mean after the song, you can ask questions if you have. And also don't expect me don't expect a perfect solution, perfect singing, because I am not a musician, right? Okay, do you like to hear a song? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, we will hear it, and don't expect a perfect singing, right? Okay. So with that, I will then finish the session, and after that, if you have questions, we can discuss. Right. This is my guitar. I have all the equipment in my home because that is my interest. I have the is called a keyboard, guitar, and everything. And if I make mistakes, don't laugh. If you laugh, I can't hear you. Therefore, if you want to laugh, you can laugh. Right. මේකේ තියෙන ලස්සන කොටසක් මේ මමත් මේකට සූදානම් වුණේ බොහොම හදිස්සියේ ඒ දඬු මන් බැඳ ඒ දඬු බැඳලා සත්කුළු පව් බිඳ සත්කුළු පව් වකුණක් බිඳිනවා සිතාදියට යන මන් තැනුවා. ඒ කවුද අපේ අප්පච්චි. නිසා පුතේ you should work well for your parents and also for yourself. Okay, thank you very much.
Wow, sir, you have surprised us from a beautiful song, and it was a stunning session, sir. Thank you. Before the session, I asked a question from you guys. Can you remember? Would you give up on something because you can't? I think you and me got an amazing answer from sir. I think you guys have question from us, sir, right? You can ask from your chat boxes, whichever the platform you in, you can ask from there through the chat box. And now we are ready to move for the question we have from our viewers. From here onwards, I invite Manelka to take over the session. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Manelka.
Thank you, Teshani. Now we are moving on a couple of questions the participants have sent us. The first one is, sir, what is the best method is hard working or smart working? Sir, what is your idea about it?
Yes, of course, the answer is there in the question itself. You have to be smart worker. Now, my advice is, taking my life as an example, I did not work until midnight in my A levels, and even I did not wake up in the morning to study. But it doesn't mean that I did not study. I studied while learning. So while you are learning, learn it active way. Therefore, you have to be a smart learner, not a hard worker. That is my answer. And learn while you learn, play while you play. Don't mix it up. That is my answer.
Thank you, sir. Second one is, sir, can you give us some tips to balance work and studies during this time period?
Yes.
So what is your idea?
First of all, you have to be very conscious. සිහියෙන් කටයුතු කරන්න ඕනේ. In any difficult situation in your life, remember, in future, you will be having more difficult situations, I am sure, because until we die, we are facing problems. Finding solutions to this problem is the living, meaning of living. Therefore, any difficult situation, try to be very conscious. Don't be panic. And you can see your strengths and weaknesses, and based on that, set your strategies. More importantly, you should not have unachievable targets. Now, say for example, if I have a very high value property, and if I have obtained loans and leases and credit cards and all, I will be very upset in this period. But I have managed my financials. I have everything. I have managed my financials. Therefore, I can be very happy even in this difficult situation. In summary, in the difficult situation, my dear students, please be patient, be conscious, and don't be panic. And set your strategies accordingly. Don't look at others. Set your own strategies in your own way.
Right, thank you. Next question is, so I need to know how to overcome thinking that I can't. It is running all over the mind when I plan my goals and work toward it. Definitely, nothing is impossible, but this thought keeps coming to my mind every time. So what is idea about it?
Yeah, you can practice your mindset. Actually, mind can be improved to a greater level. The most powerful thing in this world is the mind. Therefore, you can train the mind. There are methods. One is meditation. So you can practice a meditation. Then you can develop your mindset. You can concentrate on one thing that is very important for effective learning. So you have to have a concentrated mindset. In that case, you have to develop or train the mindset, use a method like meditation. That is my advice.
Right, thank you. So how the students should spend this pandemic situation? How the students should get the maximum benefit from this hard time, even though this is not a good time for all. What about your ideas?
Yes, I think this is a good time for you. If you are a student, this is a good time for you because you have ample of time, and don't be panic. As I said earlier, don't be panic, plan yourself. And in that case, don't have a high-end targets. It could be like Kaizen improvements. You might have heard about Kaizen improvements. It is not the bigger radical changes. It is small improvements. And all these small improvements will ultimately decide your success. Therefore, plan yourself during this pandemic situation. I think for students, this is a golden opportunity, right? I know that going to a class physically in person will be having a great enthusiasm, but during this pandemic situation, be conscious and be patient and plan your work accordingly, and hopefully this pandemic situation will over soon after the vaccination program for everyone. So till then you can plan yourself. This is a golden opportunity.
Right, thank you, sir. Another question. So I'm also eagerly want to be a university lecturer.
Yeah.
Could you please share the commitment, requirements, and experience behind the lecturing profession?
Yeah, actually, frankly speaking, now the competition is a little bit high than our time. If you want to become a lecturer, first of all, you have to have the first degree with a second upper or first class. The minimum is second upper or first class. You have to have the basic degree. And after the degree start a master's degree. After the first degree, the next degree is master's degree, and after that the PhD. That is the way, right? So at least you have to start the master's degree. Plus, if you have studied the professional courses like chartered accountancy, that will be added advantage when it comes to the discipline like accounting. Now, say for example, if you prefer to have a marketing lecturer, you should have followed marketing professional course, maybe sim, right? So with that professional qualification, that will be a added advantage you to apply for a lecturer. First one is first degree with at least second upper or first class, and then master's degree, and after that professional qualification plus experience, and then actually you can show your commitments. First you have to enroll, no?
Right, thank you. And the next one, so I learned in Sinhala until business level 2. Now I have to face corporate level in English. How can I prepare it now?
Yeah, the thing is, if you want to prepare, you have to practice. Actually, we are lacking in terms of English, not because of our fault, because of the environment. Now, if we live from our childhood in Australia, say for example, we would learn English very well. Therefore, this is not a problem of ours. Therefore, try to start. Doesn't matter if you make